Hello, it is the 15th of October 2023. Whenever you connect to this reading is perfect for you. What I am doing this week is taking a look at the influences collectively, because there seems to be so much shift and so much transition, and that awareness I feel really needs to come forth. So we're going to actually work with a couple of different decks today. The other thing I noticed that comes forth over the next week is that affirmations, like there are so many affirmations coming out, and all the animal cards that are being featured on my Facebook and Instagram each day. There's a daily card pull, and these are all creating affirmations in line with the energy and the power, the potential they bring. So take a moment to connect into my Facebook or Instagram and take a look at those and see how that can help you be more productively, I guess, connecting to that transition that you're personally moving through. Obviously, they are collective energies, but through those collective energies, it creates a shift that is also very personal. So as you look at that, as you understand what that is for you, you are able to then basically create an understanding that goes deeper within you. So you are shifting through your own mindsets, through your own belief structures, and how you are connecting with life itself. It's very important, I think, also as you come into awareness of this greater collective energy that is being seen here. So as we take a look at this, you can see the grizzly bear. I'm just taking a look at what elements are coming up. So we've got earth, fire, air, earth, water, air, and earth. So a lot of, it looks like mental and emotional clarity and energy around that, okay? So the grizzly bear coming into this determination and clarity. So things possibly are feeling very mixed up, out of control and conflicted at the moment. And this is that overall energy that I'm talking about, this energy of lack of control and this fear and this emotional turmoil. It just seems to be so pronounced at the moment and it's creating illness. It's creating a lot of fear structures and a lot of hesitation, it feels, across the board. It's bringing up a lot of emotional wounds as people are trying to connect with the day as well. So these are very indicative of, what do you need to do to get through that? This purification. Fire is not just purpose and passion, it's a purification. And also this week going up on my page has been a healing energy meditation that will help you with that as well, that you can just sit down and listen to in your own time. There's also this healing. So as we purify, we heal into that greater clarity, okay? And the clarity is seen here as we see the air element here and here and here in all the cards that come forth. So this is more than just looking at the animals. It's understanding how these elemental shifts are creating that fluency in life as well. As I connect with the bear, I'm shown this affirmation of, when I lean toward love, I am led. So this message of expanding through the heart and expanding through that sense of who am I and what do I need to do to recognize me in all aspects? Who am I? And asking these questions of what do I need to feel fully empowered with who I am at this time? Because this energy of recognizing your own strength, being empowered in your strength. And as we connect to a different card here, call upon the elements, focus your intentions. The greatest dragon is within you. So again, looking at the elements that we were being drawn to, understanding how when we activate through the heart space, we become in our divine power. Okay, so this is absolute transformation. This is beautiful in clarifying this grizzly bear in that purify, to heal, to find and activate through self, to find who you are, that solar plexus energy and sacral energy that connects you back into life and into learning, to really leaning into prosperity and growth. Okay, so that's actually quite phenomenal and amazing. So then as we come into the dove energy, and we're reading it collectively, but as you come into this greater clarity and that fear, as you're working with affirmations, as you're working with your own inner power, this fear starts to dissipate. That sense of desperation, which is fragmentation of the soul, starts to dissipate. And what we're shown here is that it creates more clarity, okay? Because as you're activating through that heart space, then you're finding a greater sense of who you are. You keep breathing through the heart, and that lights the way, that brings that energy forth to guide you onto what fork in the road are you at and what path are you going to choose to walk. This is what it's all about, finding clarity on your healing journey, okay? So air is clarity, mental processing, and then that healing into that, okay? So we've purified, we're finding that sense of peace and inner clarity that brings a sense of hope, because you're seeing new ideas, new thoughts, this sense of freedom. The bird is always about freedom. And in that, we're shown that purification, okay, what are your intentions going out and how are you manifesting those intentions? So this is what the dove is affirming. Those intentions that through the purification you're being reborn. You are, through the affirmations, able to then create new ideas, concepts, and see why some things are not working. So you can truly move into what does work. Everything is at a point of make or break. Okay, so everything that you're doing at the moment is pushing you to either, are you going to repeat that karmic cycle, or are you going to move into something new and prosperous for this mind, body, and soul aligned? So this in relation to the dove, smoke and prayers, being reborn, that fire, that phoenix energy to free the mind, the body, the soul. Okay, as I said, affirmations are key, and all next week on my pages, the affirmations are being guided to you. Okay, so then this is supported by my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. What you bring within is what you reflect out. So as you work with affirmations, I think I said that right. As you work with affirmations, this healing of within, that purification, coming back to the bear, is helping you find the determination, the clarity that brings the hope and the peace, okay? So you're getting that healing energy. You keep repeating these affirmations day in, day out. You work with them. You find the hope. You rebirth through the fire and the smoke. And the universe is listening, okay? The universe is going to reflect back to you what it is you need through those affirmations that you're saying. So the past life trauma, the unconscious emotional blocks and resistance starts to dissipate as look, if you imagine each of these little stars are the affirmations and the prayers you're putting out, okay? And this is what's going to be reflected back to you. So as you say, I am powerful, I am enough, I am my truth, I am grounded, I am ready to release that wounded energy. I am ready to embrace what comes next. Okay, so this becomes your reality. What happens then is that you come into this new energy of the beluga. So the beluga is about your sensory output, is about, that being limitless. How big are the oceans? The oceans cover the majority of the planet, okay? So if you can imagine, this is opening up to you, you becoming limitless in who you are, the emotional and mental clarity, ongoing, creating this momentum as you become more receptive to those social alignments as well. So the people who are meant to be with you rather than those who are karmically linked to you. So as you're letting go of the wounded energy, the karma releases. And so those relationships that no longer serve, let go. And that means that the relationships that are beneficial can awaken for you. So what does that look like in return? Like, what does that do for you? How does that help? And here we go, prosperity, okay? Mind, body, soul. Prosperity isn't just money, it's mind, body, soul. Focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. So important. And again, here we see this is all mental and emotional energy with the beluga as you're connecting. And look, 3 frogs. Keeping this community, creating prosperity, creating unity, the circular energy. This purple flower, the orchid, I'm not sure exactly what, I think it's an orchid, but the purple being very symbolic of higher purpose and higher knowing, those sensory systems, which is also what the beluga confirms, in perfect synchronicity of that card. And that's stunning. No longer unfocused, no longer unsure about those decisions being made. You become the reality you want to live through working with these affirmations. You're letting go of that wounded energy and moving into. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. So this is saying that the work that has been done through the purification, through the affirmations, this is permanent. This is so beautiful, because this is saying it is permanent. You don't have to worry. You don't have to feel like it's just a short gap and everything's going to come undone again, okay? Because you're transitioning into this prosperity cycle. You are choosing, in that fork in the road, you are choosing the prosperity. You are choosing to live life and exist in life and to be more. Book of knowledge. Okay, as you're working on this is amazing, because this is awakening a whole new part of your soul that you've not been connecting into. This tells me that as you are walking this path, that there's parts of your soul remembering. You are becoming in your truth, and this is like an Akashic records. It's like the evolutionary consciousness is going to awaken. It opens up, because the wounds aren't there telling you not to open those pages. When the wounded energy is there in the unconscious, it essentially builds these huge walls that creates this unconscious fear. And that is why there's this disruption that creates lack of control, that creates fear and desperation, that creates this lack of focus, that creates this self-destructive energy. But as you work through those affirmations, as you rewire and you let go, it's permanent. It moves you into that prosperity. It updates you into a remembrance, and that's where the ideas and thoughts and focus comes from, because suddenly your soul is remembering why, how, and who to exist with. And that's the vibration that's going out to the universe. And that is what is being magnetized back to you also. So again, stunning. Love that. Okay, so then as we move on to the ostrich energy, the ostrich is phenomenal for focus and clarity. You literally take your head out of the sand. You don't have to have your head in the sand anymore. You can see, you can know your healing path is not just about you anymore. Your healing path in this focus and clarity that you have gained. This is air. This focus and clarity, this understanding the influences and how everything comes together. It's very much a sense of that mental prowess is elevating exponentially. Your ability to be focused and seeing all parts of the story and bringing them together to activate and actually really move into that space is becoming on a phenomenal level as you move through this process. Again, we'll pull a couple of cards to support that. This transition feels amazing. I've literally got tingles all over. Okay, so when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So beautiful energy there. Solar plexus energy, this connection into a sense of pure purpose and understanding and knowing that what you're putting out is 100% coming back to you. Expectation. Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. So opening with positive expectation to opportunity. So setting that vision Set your vision bigger. Activate through the heart. Really put it out there. Look to the horizon. Don't just be small anymore. Look to the horizon and then just ask day by day, what do I need to know to get there? How do I get there? What do I need to know? And then following the clues. So signs are all around. How do signs come to you? Are they in the clouds? Are they in the numbers? Are they in the people around you and the words that are coming forth in the TV shows or the adverts that keep coming up? What is guiding you? You know, do you keep seeing animals or insects? Are they in the dreams? Where are the signs coming forth? Okay, so the ostrich, again, the observant, the seeing, the understanding, the putting the pieces together and really creating the story that is guiding you. The universe is supporting you in whatever it is, okay? This harmonic symphony that the world is singing, that your teams are playing through those threads of reality that we live here in this reality, right here and now, are being guided through the signs around you. So be aware. Don't take anything for granted. Trust that you are being supported and live in that positive expectation as you continue to just transcend past all what you've been working through, this trauma, to become clear, to become in peace. I just noticed we got another dove here and we got the dove here. Peace, happiness, joy, this lightness and freedom of the soul as you ascend into that next step. I really hope this reading makes sense, that it resonates, and that you can exist in that space of heart activation. Okay, check my page for the other healing energy videos. There's also other tutorials. Like and subscribe to my page. Please share it with others who may be interested in this path also. Many blessings to you all and have a wonderful week. Bye for now.